Hello, my dear students. Good morning to all of you. Once again, after a gap of almost 2 months, your online class recommences, and the online classes for semester 3 and semester 5 will be there. In last evening, I have already sent the syllabus for the respective semesters on respective WhatsApp groups, and today uh, this is the first lecture that is meant for semester 3 students, and from paper 301, first unit, and the topic is the poem by Thomas Gray, and the title of the poem is Ode on the Death of a Favorite Cat. You will find it very interesting, at the same time thought provoking. And this is the first poem of the paper, you can say, of the whole syllabus, you can say. The poem is a little longer, but never in between the lines you will find it disinteresting. It is beautiful in terms of structure, in terms of the words, diction used, style, message or theme, you can say. It is very fantastic. Really, you will find it very, very interesting. Today, in this audio, I will give just some information regarding the poet, a few lines about the title of the poem, and I will provide you complete poem from the first line to the last. Listen it carefully. In the next class, possibly tomorrow itself, I will try to give you the critical appreciation of the poem. So now you find. What is the title of the poem? Ode on the Death of a Favorite Cat. Who is the poet? Thomas Gray. You will see the topic of the paper 301 itself. What is it? It is early romantics. What do you mean by early romantics? Early, you know, romantics, you know, romanticism, you know. In previous semesters, we have already read about the different ages in English literature. In a there was a general introduction, and in paper 2, semester 1, you have already gone through this. Leave the word early, come to the word romantics. You know, romanticism is a very distinguished age in the history of English literature, and that starts with William Wordsworth. He is the representative poet of the Romantic Age, master poet of Romantic Age. So with Wordsworth, there is said to have been started the age of Romanticism. And before Wordsworth, if you will try to find out some great names, one great name rather, in English poetry, you will get the name of a Pope, Alexander Pope. And in between Pope and Wordsworth, you will find a galaxy of poets. You will also find there is a gulf of difference between the poetry of Pope and the poetry of Romantics. There is completely a U-turn. Much more differences are there. And these differences did not come in a day or two. Rather, there was a gradual change. You know, literature is something like, not like a fashion that is very abrupt. It takes long time. So before Wordsworth, there were a number of poets who had taken a deviation from the poetry of 18th century. And after taking the great initiatives by these poets such as Gray, Cowper, Burns, Blake, and a few more, there came Wordsworth and the other Romantics. So they had started, they heralded rather, a new type of poetry that was completely different from the poetry of Pope, Dryden, and others. That's why they are known as early Romantics, before the Romantics. So, Thomas Gray, in other words, is one among the distinguished early Romantics poet. Naturally, you will find in her poetry a smooth touch of romanticism. Very simple, colloquial words, not at all any sort of satire or anything like that. Now you come to the poem. What is the title? Ode on the Death of a Favorite Cat. There is nothing, a new word, except the very first word, ode. What is an ode? Take it. An ode is a type of poem that is intended to be sung. You can say a lyric. So, lyric is also a type of poetry. Lyric, sonnet, ode, elegy. These are the different types of poems. So, ode is a type of poem that is intended to be sung. Really, you will find it is very melodious. And now, just take a glimpse of the lines of the poem. You will find it a little longer, but never while reading you will find it boring or dull, even for a second, even for a moment. From the beginning towards the end, you will find it very pleasant, enjoying, interesting. So here is it. The first stanza. It was on the lofty Vesus side where China's gayest art had died, the azure flowers that blow dearest of the tabby kind. The pensive Selima reclined, gazed on the lake below. Lofty vases sideways, flower pots, where China gazed, simple, gay, pleasant, art, dyed, divine, color you can style. The azure bluish azure flowers. Demarest, simply you can say so pleasant, uh, that feel very same, very easy. The pensive, thoughtful, Selima. Selima is the character. In fact, Grey. In fact, this is the story of two cats, Selima and Jaya. Selima is the female one. That is, you can see the main character in the poem. So Selima is the female cat, reclined, posed, rested, gazed just to see, to observe. Next, her conscious tale, her joy declared, the fair round face, the snowy beard, the velvet of her paws, her coat that with the tortoise wires, her ears of jade and emerald eyes, she saw and furred applause. Her conscious, aware. A cat or dog, unless and until it keeps its tail trembling, it is not the sign whether it is conscious or aware or not. So conscious, aware. The fair round face, the snowy beard, dadi. The velvet of her paws, velvet is the color, cotton like velvet, paws. Front part of the leg. Her ears of jade, emerald, these are the beautiful, these are the costly gemstones. She saw and heard applause. You might have seen the eyes of the cat, how beautiful it looks. Emerald, bluish, shining. Applause means praise. Next, still had she gazed amidst the tide, two angel forms were seen to glide, the genii of the stream, their scaly armor styrian hue, through reaches purple to the view, betrayed a golden gleam. Gazed, already told, amidst the tide, water tide, two angel forms, here in fact I told you, there were two cats. In fact, here two cats are not there, two angel forms. See the line. Angel forms were seen to glide, that were gliding inside the water, within the water rather. So here two gold fishes were there. I forgot to tell you that you can say ode on the death of a favorite cat. So there is a little longer title, seeing the goldfishes. So two angel forms were two goldfishes within the water that were gliding. The genii of the streams, I told, their scaly armor Tyrian hue. Again, Tyrian hue, that is the color type. Again, I will explain it further. Scaly armors, its different portions, parts, while through reaches purple to the view, betrayed a golden gleam. That betrayed. Poet means to say that it was more beautiful than the golden gleam itself. Next, the hapless nymph with wonder saw a whisker first and then a claw, with many an ardent wish she stretched in vain to reach the prize. What female heart gold despise? What cat suffers to wish? Hapless. You can say hopeless. Nymph it is used for the cat Selima itself. A whisker. Whisker is a type of sound that is produced by cat or dog when it sees its prey, PREY. With many an ardent wish, ardent. involving great attention to have something, ardent wish, each other. The she stays in band to reach the prize. And what is the prize? Prize is the goldfish itself. What female heard gold despised? What cats Everest to feast? Very interesting, very thought-provoking line is there. There seems to be a mild satire on the whole female folk here. Presumptuous maid, with looks intent, again she stretched, again she bent. Presumptuous, foolish you can say, that cannot understand what will be the result of this. Presumptuous maid, that is Salima. Again she stretched, again she bent, nor knew the gulf between. She was quite unaware that she cannot have those goldfishes. Malignant fate, destructive. Said by and smiled, the slippery verge her feet beguiled, again deceived, while trying to get it. She stretched itself, but it failed to get itself to the goldfishes. Finally, what happened? She tumbled headlong in. She went inside the water headlong. Mathe ke bal seedhe. Just like you dive from upper to the lower inside the water. 8 times emerging from the flood. 8 times she went inside, she again came out of water, again she went inside. This happens, She mewed to every watery god. She wanted some help, aid from all quarter. But no dolphin, no Neri, no cruel Tom, even not mild Susan. These all are watery creatures, they teach. What happened finally? Final stanza. From whence ye beauties undeceived, no one false step in never retrieved. Undeceived, retrieved. Retrieved that cannot back. Once you take a step forward, you can not move backward. Here just not step, decision. And be with caution bold. So every time what decision you are going to take, it must be very judicious. Otherwise, it will bring some problems. Not all the tempts your wandering eyes, and needless hearts is lawful prize. Not all that glitters gold, because what you see through your naked eyes, it may attract you, it may deceive you, as every time what you see very pleasant, what you see very beautiful, that do not remain so from within. It is quite deceiving, and you can fall prey to their outer beauties, which ultimately will result in great harms for you. So thank you for today. In the next class, possibly tomorrow, I will present the critical appreciation of the poem. So thank you all for today.